Hi, it's Mrs. Southworth. I just thought I'd share a little video message to share our plans for a safe and smooth reopening on Monday, the 8th of March. Hooray, we're back. Okay, so what will our return look like? So it's going to be really similar to as it was in September. The pupils will return to school and will be in their class bubbles, which will allow us to reduce the amount of mixing both the pupils and staff will do throughout the school day. The bubbles will remain in place throughout the school day, including breaks and lunch times. We all came back in September and quickly adapted to the new way of working like little chameleons. And we were so very, very proud of how well everybody coped with the changes. And on Monday, the 8th of March, it's going to be no different. It'll be just the same. We all need everyone to try and follow the guidelines, as we've done before, in and around school to ensure that everybody stays as safe and well as possible. And we'll be working very carefully to ensure our bubbles stay separate throughout the school day. So just a little bit about our daily routines, a few reminders. So we'll continue with our soft start, with our gates opening from the Dukesborough entrance at 8:20 in the morning, and we'll close those at 8:50. And this should allow a nice steady flow at drop-off time and aid the ability to be able to make sure you're social distancing and the parents are social distancing when it's drop-off time. The pupils will be expected to be dropped off at the gate and then they'll walk up into the school grounds, into their classrooms. The only parents that we'll allow on the school site will be our EYFS pupils and their parents to be able to walk them round to their door. If you've got an older sibling in senior phase or a sixth form, they too can drop off their younger sibling at primary phase and then walk on through the school grounds to where they need to go for registration. Our timetables will be the same, with lessons, break times and lunch times all the same as they were in September. And lessons will be taught by your form teacher or one of our specialist teachers within school. Regular hand washing, sanitising and cleaning of equipment and areas between lessons will still continue, and the ventilation, having our windows and doors open wherever possible. And of course, it goes without saying, our school values are expected to be maintained and the best behaviour and manners from all of our pupils at all times. Our assemblies will be still held in classrooms virtually for everyone to be able to access. And we want all of our pupils to come back as smart and as prepared as possible, which means coming back in full school uniform. So we would like to make sure that you are in your full school uniform with correct footwear, making sure you've got your tie on, that you look nice and smart, correct hairstyles, and that you also come to school with a water bottle each day and a suitable outdoor coat. This will allow us to be able to take part in going outdoors, having some fresh air, even on a bit of a drizzly day, although springtime is upon us now and the weather should be getting better. On PE days, we will still be asking pupils to come to school wearing their PE kit and trainers rather than pumps, but bring their blazer with them as well. Break times will take place in zoned areas and they'll have their own equipment bag. There'll be a mixture of hot and cold lunches, just as we had after October half term, so less cold lunches during the course of a week. And then at the end of the day, dismissal, we'll be finishing school, so it'll be 3:30 for EYFS and Key Stage 1 pupils and 3:40 for our Key Stage 2 pupils. And just as it was before, unfortunately, there'll be no playing after school on the school grounds. We would like everybody to exit the school grounds as quickly as possible and allow the most social distancing that we can do. Okay, so a little bit of a reminder about our classrooms. So EYFS will continue to run as a unit, utilising all the spaces that they have, both classrooms, the middle area and their outside provision. Year 1 will have a few group tables in the classroom, but also have some areas where the continuous provision can still continue. And in years 2 and 6, it will be a little bit more like the diagram on the page, which is just as it was from September to Christmas, where the classrooms will be set out in rows to ensure that as minimal movement as possible during lesson time. Our staff will be wearing masks around the school site, but these will be removed when teaching. Okay, so a little bit about break times. So you'll still get your break times just as you did before. And in fact, we have morning breaks, lunchtime breaks, and an afternoon break for everybody. These will be undertaken in your class bubble, and they'll be in specific designated zones. So you'll stay within your zone. They're all carefully timetabled across the school day, and you'll have your own equipment bag of playthings to have when you're outside. EYFS is a slight exception to this, as they will have continuous outdoor access throughout the school day as required by their provision. Okay, so entrance into and exit out of primary phase. All of our year groups will enter via the Duke Sprout entrance, and we'll begin entering school from 8:20. Just as we did before, you'll be greeted by myself or the deputies in the morning. We'll be there, standing there, waving you in, giving you some big smiles, welcoming you back. And then we want that to help with the social distancing. So you'll be dropped off by your parent or carer, and then you'll go straight back into the classroom, back to where you've been used to being, and crack on with your day and your learning. We want you to be back to it again. Only our EYFS parents will be able to enter the school gate in the morning to drop pupils off. And as I said earlier, if you have an older sibling or an older child who has a younger sibling in primary phase, they can drop off their younger sibling in primary phase and then walk on through to senior phase or sixth form. At the end of the day, each year group, just as before, will have their own area for dismissal. So 3:30 will be the finish time for EYFS and Key Stage 1, and 3:40 for Key Stage 2 pupils. Our EYFS pupils will exit via their EYFS classroom door, which is indicated on on the diagram here. Year 1 pupils plus any of their EYFS siblings will exit via the EYFS playground, which is marked in pink on this diagram, and that's just to the left of the doorway into Mrs. Ty's office. Year 2 plus any EYFS and Year 1 siblings will exit from the adventure playground marked in yellow on this diagram. Any pupil with a sibling will always leave and always be exiting through their eldest sibling's exit point. All right, so similarly for years 3 and 4, those pupils with any siblings will exit via the gym car park. So they'll walk round to where the gym car park is, indicated with the gold arrows on the diagram here, and they'll leave from that point. Year 5 plus any younger siblings will exit from the top playground, indicated in blue on here. 6ZE will exit via the main Key Stage 2 door, indicated on red on here. 6LB will exit via their classroom door, here indicated in green, and any Year 6 child with a younger sibling will be dismissed from the adventure playground. If you have a senior child who's collecting younger pupils, they will do that in the same way as before. They will collect them from the main hall, and that will happen at 10 to 4. So we'll escort our pupils, our younger pupils, over to the hall. They'll be staffed there and stay within their bubbles, and then they'll be collected by their eldest sibling at around 10 to 4. Okay, so just a few things to remember. Working together is key. We're a big family here at Queggs, and what we want is the best for everybody. Of course, we expect fantastic behaviour from everybody at all times. We would like everybody to respect our rules and respect each other. And remember, we're here to support you. We want the very best for you. We want to make this transition back to school now as smooth as possible. If you've got any worries, it's all right. It's normal. That's part and parcel of trying and, coming back to new things again. But we're all here, we're in this together, and we want to make sure that we understand how you're feeling so that we can support you in the best way possible. And remember, everybody's so excited to have you back in school. You'll be able to play with your friends again and enjoy all the wonderful learning that you expect here at Queggs Primary Phase. So we can't wait to have you back in school on Monday, the 8th of March, just a few more days. So take care until then. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you bright and early on Monday morning. Bye.